subscribe. Hey Libra, happy July. Please don't forget to hit the like button on this video, as well as don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be aware of when I put new videos up, and it really does help the channel grow and circulate if you do those two acts of love. Hey, Suave Kev, listen, come on in, wash your hands, kick off your shoes, make yourself a drink, make yourself a plate. Your family now. I appreciate the fave. Let's get the first 10 days for Libra. 3 cards for Libra. And one more for the first 10 days. Ooh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Libra. Let's get the second 10 days. From the 11th on for the Libras who might be my subscribers who come across this video. Thank you. The heart of the matter, the meaning of it all. Thank you. And thank you for the second 10 days. Okay. And then the final 10 days of the month of July for Libra. Thank you. Thank you. No. Okay. Thank you. And the outcome if nothing changes. Thank you. Perfect. So let's see. Oh, Libra, you are in your zone by the end of the month. I love it. Give me a second. Let me take it all in. We got a lot going on. This is a pretty important month for you guys, Libra. Big things are going on, big changes. As long as you stay right with yourself, right with your integrity. Remember, integrity is not something that's only when people are watching. This is what you do in private when no one is looking. What choices do you make? What decisions do you make when you're alone in your room when no one can see you? That's your integrity. And it's not for sale. Okay, I'm just guided to tell you that. Let's get into it then. First card up for the first 10 days. You guys got the 10 of Wands here in reverse. So what's that mean for your love life? It feels like you are trying to avoid unnecessary problems. Messiah, welcome. This is like you don't want to confront these problems in your love life, in your love situations, because then you have to take on the responsibility of fixing them, of dealing with it. So it's just easier if you let things slide, being non-confrontational here. It feels like your love interest, your partners, they want to express how they feel. They want things their way. And by you not letting the confrontation happen, it's kind of not letting people be themselves. It's not a relationship. It's not a partnership if only one person's opinion gets to take center stage, be in the forefront here. Okay, Libra. So you have your reasons, I'm sure, but just beware that if you see something is not working and you're just trying to keep the peace, it might be doing more harm than good. Yes, you're avoiding a problem now, but maybe that problem is the one thing that's going to propel you into the right path, to make sure that everyone's highest good is served. As far as your money goes, this is a warning, the Ten of Wands here. You don't have to be, it's not a problem to be a saver, but it's a fine line between being a saver and just being overly cheap, I'm sorry if it comes out rude. I don't mean to insult or offend. It's just when this card comes out, as far as your money situation goes, it's like I'm getting the picture of like you're not even like you guys all need new shoes, you need some new appliances for the house. And so things are starting to break down, and your only reason for not purchasing the new things that you need, for spending the money that you need, is that you're saving, but you're going to end up with money and nowhere to hold it, the pot to piss in and the window to throw it out of. Like, you got to fix the window and you got to buy the pot. Okay. Just saving up the piss part is not going to work. I hope that analogy does not offend anyone too badly or whatever. Okay. In your heart of hearts, sometimes I see this 9 of Cups. It comes across to me sometimes as like more of what the 10 of Wands in reverse means. Like, it's kind of like hoarding and not really expressing your emotions. You're kind of keeping everything under wraps just to make sure that you feel comfortable. Okay. And that's one way to deal with things. However, if you're the only one that's confident about your relationships, if everyone else is feeling unconfident, you're the only one who's happy with the way things are going. You got to give people a chance to speak and to show that you're emotionally mature, is when you can listen to the other side and come to a healthy compromise and maintain a healthy dialogue in relationships. So yes, your comfort and putting yourself first is always advised, but just beware that if if you're in a love situation the first 10 days of July, where it feels like you have to, overlook a lot and bend over backwards just to keep the peace. Is it really peace? Have you really achieved peace if that's all that you have to go through in order to get this sense of confidence and satisfaction? Just be wary. As far as your money goes, you do have it. So back to what I was saying before, like, yes, before you might have been in a position where you needed to try and save up and you weren't too sure about how things were going to go. So you had a reason to be extra careful with your spending. But I feel like you've gotten to a point now where you're more comfortable with having the money than having the things that you needed the money to buy anyway, you needed a new washing machine. Now you're just comfortable with having enough money to buy a washing machine as opposed to actually buying the washing machine. So this also feels, this is a good indicator when you see this Nine of Cups come up in the first 10 days. Someone may give you a gift, a monetary gift that you weren't necessarily expecting, okay? Or you may be in the position, it could be vice versa. This could be you giving someone a gift as well, okay? Hey, baby Joker, welcome home. So this is, you guys can kind of feel like, some kind of surprise, wish come true. You get a lot more comfortable with your money situation in the first 10 days in your heart of heart. It feels like it might be just like maybe you don't actually get to touch the money right now, but you get a good inkling or a good promise of like it's coming, It feels like a surprise more than anything. In the first 10 days, what happened to Rugged Gentleman? He must have been driving. You also have the Tower here in the first 10 days of July, Libra. So, the Tower, I mean, it's a strong surprise. Not always for the best. Well, it is for the best in the sense that whatever shock comes through, it might change your whole outlook on everything, make you uncomfortable in some way, but it's because this had to change in order for the blessings, the solid path to be able to be built here, okay? As far as love goes, it feels like I said, you weren't giving someone the opportunity to have their say. You only were concerned with your way, and it feels like someone jumped ship here in your love relationships. It doesn't stay nice and tidy the way you thought it would, Libra. So this card, the Tower, in your love situations within the first 10 days is telling you to resist the urge to try and fix it back to the way it was, okay? To go after the original plan. Like, be okay with the fact that it's a whole new ball game. Some people won't be with you. I just kind of get the feeling like if you have a lot of choices in lovers and you were trying to keep all of them satisfied, minimally appeased, it feels like somebody says, I'm out. No, it ain't going down like that. This could be you. This could be coming towards you. But in love, it feels like you had a plan and somebody in this plan decides to abort. Okay. As far as your money goes, it feels like, how can I say this? Okay. This unexpected monetary gift that you had your hopes set on, you were hoping for it to come through, like you had an IOU or somebody promised you that they were going to break you off with some change here. And when they jump ship, if this is the same person, you feel like kind of worried about whether or not you're still going to make the same come up, right? I feel like this is underneath. So there's always balance in you guys' life, right? So where one door closes, another one has opened. I'm being told to tell you to keep it to yourself. Like, so if someone comes along and makes you a promise of giving you some money, keep it to yourself. You know, do your best to make it right with what you have now, not with what has been promised to you. So I'm going to keep using this analogy of the washing machine, right? So you get a promise that somebody's going to give you, I heard 400, 200, something like that. And you're tempted to say, well, let me wait until I get it in my hand before I go and buy this washing machine. You go out, you buy the washing machine with the money that you've accumulated, saved up. You see someone's reaction to you doing what you said you were going to do. They still are not satisfied. They walk away. Along later comes the promise, this extra money. I feel like one door closes once you give somebody a chance to, maybe they give you an ultimatum or something, and of course you choose yourself. They walk away. Your money situation surprisingly explodes, gets better. Okay. I say that more because your next card for the second portion of July, from the 11th on, you have I always say the Aquarius, the star, right? So it feels like, surprisingly, after this big shock towards the middle of the month, it really opens up your options in love here. One door opens, this next door. One door closes, this door opens in love here. Maybe an Aquarius burst onto the scene and you are just smitten. You are seeing everything that you want to see. This person feels right. You are smitten. Or maybe this is you. Someone sees you this way. Shockingly. I feel like whatever this transition from like maybe the 10th to the 15th, it all feels like it's not what you were planning, period, at all. But it is so good. So good for you. It might cause you to have to do some things that you've never done before, be vulnerable in ways, compromise, have confrontations that you would have tried to avoid. But this feels like this and that tower feel they're major arcanas. There's very little decisions that you'll be able to make to avoid them, if any, period. This is coming your way, whether you go left or right, whether you spend the money today or tomorrow, it's coming. Okay. As far as your money goes, I feel like you do get a big lump sum, and you might be tempted to do something, but if you can invest a good portion of it, play with half and be serious as fuck about the other half. Okay. This money situation. And, I feel like it's a huge amount, but a huge amount is a different amount to every person. So, towards the middle of the month, if you can see if you can, buy some stock in things like oil or, solar power, energy, those type of things, technology, if you can put a big investment there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I feel like if you can buy like some good investments into something to do with lights, solar power, energy, electricity, renewable energy there. Okay. Don't miss that opportunity to have balance. Yes, you have to pour back into your home, but you can also get deep into maybe water, something like that. Okay. The middle of the month here, you have, and this is the center of it all, you have the Ace of Pentacles here in reverse. I don't know. You see, like that I feel like it's like one door opens, the other one after one closes. So this might not be what you thought it was going to be, Libra. Like maybe you were waiting for a payout from insurance or a settlement or something of that sort, and surprisingly you don't get that one. But something else turns up, or vice versa. I feel like you might have been, as far as love goes, Libra, this thing that you were fighting to hold on to that might have just decided to walk out on you, or you decided to walk out on it. You deserved better than this. And I feel like you might have been trying to make it better, trying to make it grow, these relationships, these love interests that you've had so far. But I feel like once someone comes into your life, whether they see you as their hope and their wish and their dream, and they just show you a different side of yourself that is so much more balanced and beautiful, you start to realize like all of what you were building on before, it wasn't what you really deserved. And this could also, like I say all the time, be vice versa. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, if you have an earth sign, it feels like they seemed like they were such a solid prospect and like you could really build something, but it wasn't ever really built to last there. There is a different type of respect and love that you deserve and that you could put your energy towards, that could make for like a really beautiful future. Okay. It feels like as far as your money goes, overall, it's like you've got to face the facts. Okay. There is some opportunities that you're missing out on by trying not to overburden or compromise and thinking that, your way is the only way. Hey, Dad, welcome home. You're about to uncover a lot of facts, and it's going to have a lot to do with your money. Where you were banking on before, I feel like you're going to be redirected. Imagine what it would be like if especially when it comes to love, right? Because love and money are kind of mixed up for you, right? So it feels like you might have been sticking it out or moving in a certain way because of your financial situation. It has been causing you to move a certain way in your love life. But let's say, imagine if you didn't even need any help, any reinforcements with money. What if your financial situation completely changed and now this person that you were willing to put up with so much for because they seem like a more stable money making earning prospect, what if now you don't even need them for their money, period? Are they still worth all of your time? Are they still as attractive as you believe them to be when you didn't need them, when you needed them? Now that, what if you don't need them? Hey, Red Star, welcome home, baby. I'm doing Libra's reading. It's saying, like, if you took money out of the equation, who do you love? Lamika 93, come on in, wash your hands, kick off your shoes, make yourself a plate, make yourself a drink, your family now. They don't want to need people, but they do have a plan. Thank you. Thank you. So just think of, I'm just saying, it looks like what you are willing to put up with because of the circumstances. If your circumstances were to be completely overhauled and changed, what would you do? Who would you be drawn to? Who would you keep around? Who would you be over with? Right? The second half or second portion of July, you have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So what this means for your love life here, it feels like I said, you have a high expectation from the people that you're around. And I know Libras, there's always a couple. And if you're in a solid monogamous relationship, you probably shouldn't even be watching tarot anyway, right? But if you're still trying to figure it out, trying to find the one, it feels like you've had some expectations of people, your love interests, that weren't realistic. And it might have been due to circumstance. It might have been due to how much time and effort you've already put in. But if things were to drastically change for you and you didn't need them, if you didn't see them in the same light, would you even be interested in these people, period? When somebody comes along, I feel like some of these expectations that you have on your love interest, when it feels like towards the 10th, 11th of the month, they kind of come and tell you straight up, like, I'm not that person. It seems simple for you, Libra. Like, all I'm asking you to do is, search for the new washing machine online and I'll do the rest. And they're just like, I am not capable of doing that, and you just can't seem to understand why. It seems like a fair deal and a even trade. However, you have to meet people where they are and listen to what they're saying. It's not just because you see their potential that they should be able to accomplish this. if they don't want to put in the work, if they're not willing, you can't force them to be willing. Okay? What this means for your money, it feels like towards the end of the month, you're resorting back to old tactics. You want to be as resourceful as possible, because even though, like I said, I feel like in the first 10 days you get like a really good promise for some financial situation, while something is coming in for you specifically, something walks away. No, Fox, I'm doing Libra's reading here. If you want to make an offering, that's up to you. I appreciate them. Right? So, Libra, something comes in for you financially as something is taken away from you financially, something that you thought you could depend on, but you really could never have really depended on it anyway. Hint, hint, secret, right? And this is saying, like, while you're in that waiting period, while you're waiting for the check in the mail that was promised to you early on in the month, you're gonna, really try to be as frugal as possible here. Okay? Last 10 days of the month, you've got your own card, Libra, the Justice card here. So, what this means for your love life, it feels like, first of all, just overall, if there's any situation, wow, I got a castle. Thank you, Fox. I appreciate you. As soon as I'm done with this one, then I will pull some cards for you, okay? Appreciate the cat. Look, you see that castle? It's the bonus for me. So lovely. So, sorry, Libra. It feels like you've seen both. Libra, it feels like you've by the end of the month, I feel like you have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly as far as your love life goes. I feel like you've seen your love interest and your partners, you've seen them at their best and at their worst by this point. And I think you're willing to come to a compromise now after, I guess, kind of getting some sense knocked into you. Someone coming along and making you understand what it feels like when it's really balanced. No one person is bigger than the relationship, No one's needs are more important than the others. Both of you guys have to be priorities in your relationships. And if you're dealing with someone who can't necessarily do that for themselves, they can't put themselves first, it'll be hard for them to ever really respect when you need to put yourself first, So I feel like you come into the end of July with a real sense of what's going to really work for you, what's fair as far as your love life goes, okay? As far as your money goes, don't make any deals with the devil here, okay, Libra? There's no such thing as free money. Just being told to remind you of that. There's no such thing as free money. There's no such thing as something for nothing, right? So be conscious of whatever contracts you need to sign, especially because I really feel like you get an inkling of some type of inheritance, some type of payout, and you're going to really need to cross your I's and dot your T's towards the end of the month as far as your money goes. You have the Queen of Swords here coming up towards the end of the month. She's in reverse, not my favorite position for her. This feels like, maybe if this is you or if this is being done to you, but someone is distant. You want to be closer. They want to keep communication is closed. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to talk about it. They're not willing to give to the relationship. You're not getting what you want from it. You're not getting a chance. So it feels like what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You were in the beginning of the month giving them a hard time to be able to express themselves, to get their way. And now towards the end of the month, that same energy is returned to you where you're not able to reach them, or this could be vice versa, where you don't want to be reached out to. You're needing a little sabbatical moratorium. Okay. As far as your money goes, it's like, it feels like the little delay here. I really feel like there's some hoops that you might need to jump through in order to get this money from this unexpected source. And, the promise of it throughout the month, it was very fantastic and seemed so dreamy. But now here at the end of the July, it seems like you have to deal with the actual nitty gritty there. And what started out as like, let's say, case and scenario. Let's say if you won money at the casino, what happens if you have any debts to the government and stuff, they take their portion from your winnings. You don't get everything. Like, you have to pay back whatever you owe, the taxes, the bills, like it just, where you might have had high dreams, like, okay, I'm going to have $50,000 when this check comes, and then it kind of looks like $23,000, $36,000 because of the taxes, the this, the that, whatever. Okay. So just be mindful that as far as your money goes towards the end of the month, numbers never lie. So what's written in black and white is going to be the biggest difference. Okay. Your overall for the month. And this is very important, Libra. Okay. You have the 8 of Cups here. And I think overall what this is saying is you can't force the square peg into the round hole. You want these people to come with you. You want everybody to see things your way. And if they don't, what do? You've got to go after what makes you happy. Okay. The act of like holding on and clutching to some idea or some way of doing things, some relationship, it's all based on like this kind of a hang up, like it has to go this way in order for my life to go correctly. When you're able to heal that and let it go overall, just know that you are strong enough. Okay. You have made it through every single challenge that you've ever faced so far. You will make it through every single challenge that comes up, no matter what the outcome is. Okay. As far as your money goes overall, You're looking for the right flow, the right balance here, the right investments, the right person, the right people to spend your time and money and effort with. And this is just saying, before you go searching for this new way of life, just make sure that you're taking care of what you already have first financially. Are you managing your money correctly now? Okay. Your advice for the month, you've got the Six of Wands. So um, this is a reminder in love. You might have a lot of attention, but don't forget how you got here. Don't forget who was down with you from the beginning. Don't forget your day ones, okay? And as far as your money goes, it feels like if you come into some extra money, which I really do see happening, if you owe someone a long term, like a debt that you have there, pay off your street debt, pay off your old loans, fix the things in your house, make good on your promises that you might not have had the finances to take care of early on. Okay. Thank you. If you've gotten this far watching, appreciate you. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel so you'll be able to get the monthly readings. There'll be a way for you to reach out to me on Instagram and on my website, appstrokisplus.com, in the description box. I'll see you next month, Libra. Thank you. Okie dokie. Sorry, my friend.